Welcome on in, everybody. So, the announcement came out, and Amazon basically just went over everything that is coming with the new patch for us PC guys. That was it. And a lot of that information I've covered in my previous two videos. In fact, I don't think anything new was announced that I haven't covered before. Outside of, now I know that the PvP area is going to be Cutlass Keys, and it's going to be a free-for-all PvP area, which is pretty interesting. But that's pretty much it, you know? The big issue I have with everything that went down here was how Amazon handled it from a communication standpoint. I think that made a lot of players really upset. They were told they were going to get something. They were told wait for some great news. And then the news was super confusing, misleading. People didn't understand what they were getting or weren't getting. Yeah, like it's communication and marketing. That's where they really screwed up here. And, you know, I don't know. We are getting stuff with this upcoming update. It's not like nothing is coming. It's less than the previous update, but we don't have to pay for an expansion. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just at a point where watching the update video, I could see on the faces of everybody, they were so distraught. Like, these people care about this game. And seeing Scott Lane and everybody up there, their faces said everything. And, you know, damn, I just felt bad for them the whole time. And I know some people, they just want to rip on Amazon as hard as they can, and they're like, they need to be held responsible, whatever. But the individual people that work on this game, it likely, you know, isn't a collective vote to screw over everybody and, you know, lie to the player base and give them false promises and stuff. They're not like taking a tally and everyone's like, yeah, let's lie to the player base. It's one or two people that make these decisions, and all the devs get thrown under the bus because of that. And I just like, I don't know, that's just gaming. That's just what happens with the gaming audiences, and that's why I don't want to pile on. I think Amazon knows they fucked up. I think they know that the players really didn't appreciate how they handled this whole situation. And I just want to see them do better. I don't want to just pile on and, you know, devs don't know what they're doing, yada yada. I don't want to do that. I want to see the game do well. I want to see it succeed. And most importantly, I don't want to make content about people talking about New World in a negative light like that all the time. This is the last video I want to do covering this kind of stuff. And the rest of this video is going to be dedicated to some PvP commentary. So sit tight, enjoy some of this gameplay, Hatchet and Rapier. And yeah, let's pray for New World's future. Hopefully Amazon can learn from this massive debacle and make better moves in the future because of it. Anyhow, getting into the PvP commentary here. I'm doing my best to stay alive and pick up as many kills as I can. I end up getting a great combo on that purple player, finish him off with the flesh. I think actually maybe someone else got the finishing blow there. And then I get nice backstabs on the next player there. Go for the riposte, but I ended up not getting it triggered. I was expecting the guy behind me to proc it. But yeah, really nice fight so far. Honestly, I absolutely love this build. It's so quick, has so much mobility, and it is quite good at staying alive under a lot of pressure, especially for how squishy light armor 100 con can be in PvP when you're outnumbered. There I take a nasty stun from the hammer player, quickly weapon swap to break it, and then the hatchet movement with the refreshing throw, and I cycle around here. I take quite a bit of damage from that musket player up top, so I gotta be careful. He is targeting me, and it looks like for the most part, I think it's just green players here. Yeah, so I'm becoming very popular very quickly. They hit me with the stagger there, and I had the stam, but that's okay. End up going down. And I had one more clip from this kind of fight here. I actually had a great time during this race. Normally when I do these races and I'm solo, I have a very hard time finding any fights and get zerged down constantly. But because blue and purple were going at it, it felt pretty reminiscent of like old school Cyrodiil days in ESO, quite honestly, where I'm just kind of making myself an unattractive target as best as I can to stay alive. But here I try to go for some pressure on these two green players. They end up doing a bit of damage back to me, and I decide to move because the green are slowly converging on my position here. And here I take a nasty stun, go for the hatchet to get out of there. I miss both my throws. He actually ends up dodging them, but I do land the riposte. I try to get the poke. There's the backstab. One more poke. He goes down, and I pop my healing ultimate, throw the hatchet at him, and it looks like somebody else got that finishing blow from up top, and I end up just getting smoked anyway. Oh, man. Moving on to the next clip. Sprinkle in a little bit of Musket Rapier, just to keep it fresh, right? Hanging out in OPR, as always. These two guys ended up chasing me. I cut off a bit of the clip because there were more that chased, but these are the last two that stuck to it. And oh my god, that was like almost 10k damage on that backstab. I want to say that's about 9,000 damage. That's crazy. I don't even have Sundering Riposte. That guy was just, I don't know, did he even have armor on? That's my question. And then this last guy, I hit him with 2 shots from the musket, or sorry, just the powder burn. He takes a ton of damage, and I managed to connect the last shot at the end there as he's trying to escape. And there we go, guys. One last fight here as I say goodbye. This was kind of the first fight that I got in these open world encounters, and this is so fun open world because these two, they're like kind of like, oh, does he want to fight? Does he not want to fight? I want to fight. Anyhow, I would love to hear what you guys thought about the announcement. I know I probably have one of the most cheery tones about it, but, you know, I still listen to what people say. I'm not thinking my opinion's the only right one or anything like that. I love to hear what you guys say because, you know, it helps inform me on things. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. And, of course, if you want to catch me live, I do stream on Twitch. There's a link to that down below. Thank you to our sponsor, ExpressVPN, and of course, a big thank you to all of my patrons on Patreon for supporting the show all this time. Thank you so much for tuning in again, guys. I hope to see you next time. Have a good one.